What is up, YouTube? I got a third generation Wi-Fi battle for you guys and whatnot. So that was my impersonation of OMGHIDE 1. So my name is Dance with Swords. If you like my commentary that I will provide for you today, check out my channel. Hopefully he'll put in the link below. If not, that's cool. You can search me up if you want. If not, it's whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna be guest narrating for Hyde today because he's like, "Hey Swords, want to do a guest narration?" I was like, "Cool." I've never narrated third gen because I suck at third gen, which is why I don't play. I don't have any battles. Sorry for you guys, but I do post fourth and fifth gen battles, mainly fifth, but I got the fourth if you're into that. If you don't like either of those, that's cool, but check me out if you do. That's all appreciated and stuff. So my boy Hyde's going to go for the Toxic Cure on the Switch, which is pretty good on a Snorlax since he doesn't have the immunity. But he does have that Lumberry that'll cure him, and he's just going to go for a Psychic. He's going to do a little over half, so it's not too good for Hyde. I mean, he's starting off with a pretty much just a disadvantage. He's going to go for a Whirlwind, and he Whirlwinds into a Salamence, which isn't too great because it does get the Intimidate off, meaning his Air Cutter won't do as much. But he's going to go for a Toxic on the Salamence, knowing he can outspeed it. And Salamence has that Dragon Claw, but it's a special move in 3rd gen, so that special Dragon move is not going to be able to take out Crobat because it's not as intimidating as if it is a physical Dragon move such as 4th or 5th gen, where Salamence is much more devastating. So Dentist here is going to get some cavity damage, and he's going to switch out into his Gardevoir because it's a special wall. He knows he can take Dragon Claws all day. It's going to be about a 4-hit KO, you'll see, after lefties. So it does a nice chunk, but it's not going to be able to kill him. He does have the Wish, so he can outstall this guy, Toxic stalling him, so he's pretty much safe to stay in here. He's going to go for a Psychic right away just to do some nice damage to include to chip away his HP while the Toxic is working. So he goes for the Psychic, but he's going to switch into Sharpedo here, which is a nice play on his part because it does have an immunity to Psychic attacks. He's going to switch, not wanting to take a Crunch. Even though he is a special wall and both of Sharpedo's stab attacks are special this generation, he's going to switch. His opponent predicts that, goes into Avarice his Gengar. Makes a nice play because now Hyde Crobat is pretty much dead. He doesn't want to switch out and have anything pick up Thunderbolt or Shadow Ball, knowing that Gengar can just outspeed it and finish it off. So he's going to stay in, go for the Air Cutter, do a nice chunk of damage, not too good, but it's whatever. He can't go for the Toxic because Gengar is part poison and immune to that Toxic attack. So he's going to do an Air Cutter, get finished off by a Thunderbolt, and then he's going to go into his Suicune. So Cutesa, whatever it's called. Shiny Suicune here, looks pretty cool. It's like glowing in blue and stuff. So he's going to go straight off for the Surf because that's his most powerful attack. He does get stabbed, so opponent's Gengar is going to go for Thunderbolt because it is super effective. It looks to be a 3-hit KO because it didn't do over half. Plus Suicune most likely has lefties, as they are arguably the best item in this generation, lefties. So he's going to get some of that HP back and go for a second Surf, and it looks like it might kill him depending on min-max ranges, but maybe not. But he's gonna get hit by a crit Thunderbolt, so that's really bad because that's gonna cost him his Suicune in addition to taking a nice chunk on whatever next Pokemon he sends in because they will not be able to outspeed his Gengar. So Gengar's gonna stay in here as he goes into the Slowbro, and he's gonna go for a Psychic because that will be super effective because he's part poison, the Gengar. But he's gonna go for an Explosion, do a nice chunk, knowing he's gonna die next turn anyway. So that Gengar did more damage with the Explosion than he most likely would have done with a Shadow Ball or Thunderbolt, just because Slowbro is really bulky. It does almost half. He's shown at a nice 199 HP, gets some lefties. He is kind of bulky, so he thinks he can take a special attack, like a Crunch or something, from this Sharpedo, even though it is Stab. But Slowbro is more of a physical wall than a special wall, so he's not going to take this wall at all. He will die, and yeah, he's going to go into Scyther here. Knowing he can outspeed, he would be able to hit it with that HP Fighting, I believe. He doesn't carry the HP Bug, even though he would get stabbed, just because for HP Fighting, has better coverage, it hits the Dark types like Sharpedo, hits Steel types like Registeel, hits Ice types like Regice. It pretty much hits all 3 of the Regis, which is kind of funny that they're all weak to Fighting. But yeah, so I guess Scyther's a good Regi counter. All 3 of them are pretty, viable walls in Toxic or Thunder Wave or whatever. Regirock not as used though. So he's going to be able to take him out with a couple of Wind Power Fighting, and Sharpedo will go down, but he's going to send out his Sandslash, I believe. Cunt, no T. But yeah, so he's going to switch out because he doesn't want to take a Rock Slide, and his opponent makes a nice play, predicts that, goes for the Swords Dance. I think Hyde should have stayed in, gone for like an aerial ace or something. It would have done nice damage. He'd be able to outspeed hit it twice, maybe get a crit. I don't know. But instead he goes into this guy, which is it's his special wall. But you know, Hyde likes some white girls, so he wants to see her as often as possible. It will take out Earthquake. Unfortunately, she's gonna die. So yeah, Hyde's not good at protecting his women. So definitely, if you're a girl, don't hang around Hyde. I mean, he just lets women die. Look at this thing. But he's gonna go into Scyther here, and he should have just stayed in Scyther, but you know, it's whatever. He goes for the aerial ace. That will do some nice damage just because of stab, but it's not enough to, you know, brag about, because Sand Slash is pretty bulky, and now that it has a Swords Dance up, it is actually pretty threatening to his team. He's gonna take a Rock Slide that doesn't miss, even though it has very high accuracy. So that will take a Scyther being 4 times super effective. He's gonna go into Linoon now. Can't really do anything. He knows he's lost. He's just gonna go straight for the Iron Tail, and he does outspeed, but he misses. It didn't really matter because his Sand Slash most likely would have survived. He's gonna go for the Earthquake. My boy Hyde, you didn't win, but you know, you can't win them all. So good game. If you like my narration, like I said, check me out below. Hopefully he'll put the link. That'd be cool. If not, good game. See you guys later.